Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on just DC TV and the Arrowverse as a whole because, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to go over. So yeah, we've had quite the day also in regards to the future of DC TV on the CW and just the Arrowverse as a whole, as quite a few things dropped that are worth having a talk about and including in this video. Of course, we are heading into that final few weeks until the Flash returns and hits our screens again. We've got 3 weeks until the Flash comes back. We have 2 weeks until Superman and Lois premieres as well. So DC TV is back up and running. It feels good to say that. It's been a while. Been too long, to be completely honest. But yeah, because of what we're going over in this video, I'm very curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So feel free to, and be sure to at least, let me know your various thoughts, or whether it's on one of the topics or all of them, because I'm curious just to see what you guys are thinking, get a feel as to whether people are actually excited for, excited for the stuff coming up. So yeah, let me know your opinions down there, and of course, may as well mention it. If you're going to enjoy the video, why not drop a like on it? It takes 2 seconds. Now, the first thing to mention, which I wasn't planning on putting in this video, but I decided to drop it today anyway, is a new Flash poster. There's no point making a video just on this poster. It's not worth it, so I thought I'd chuck in here. To me, it's okay. It's weird. I'm not sure if I like it or dislike it. I'm stuck in this weird position where it's one or the other. It's nowhere in the middle. I have no idea. I think I like it. I think I do. Anyway, I think it's because Flash is standing in a really strange way. I think the way he's standing there is weird. And also, they've reused like old promo photos of the other characters in the background, like Iris, Killer Frost, Joe, Cisco. They've used older promo pictures for them. But I guess it's a pandemic season of filming, and maybe doing the photos or new photo promo shoots and all of that just isn't seen as a task that's worth it, especially with all the restrictions and stuff. So they just use the older stuff, which I guess is fine. I did see people saying that it's too orange. I think it's like that for a reason, because like it seems like it's lighting up from the back. I don't know. Maybe I think it's meant to be like that. It's not like just a weird orange filter. I think it's meant to be like that. I don't think someone spilled Fanta on it or something like that. But anyway, I think I like it. But yeah, let's just jump into the news that came out today. And that's, the first thing to talk about is that the Naomi pilot was picked up by the CW. The other shows that the CW did pick up include Powerpuff Girls. Yes, you heard me right. Powerpuff Girls. And there's a couple of others. Powerpuff Girls takes the headline there, so just thought it was worth mentioning. Now, Naomi is another DC show coming to the CW, and it comes from Ava DuVernay, as well as an Arrow writer, who will also be a co-executive producer, that being Jill Blankenship. She was also meant to be a showrunner on Green Arrow and the Canaries, so when it was announced that she was on this show a couple months ago, that sort of hinted that Green Arrow and the Canaries was already dead at that point. So yeah, she was meant to do Green Arrow and the Canaries, but that got canned, and now she's doing Naomi. Now, Naomi is based on the comic book series that debuted in 2019, so it's not a very old, character, and just in the stories and stuff, but it was co-written by Brian Michael Bendis, who created characters like Miles Morales, and also David F. Walker helped with that, and it was illustrated by Jamal Campbell. The big thing with this show is that it is not affiliated with Greg Berlanti. It's going through Ava DuVernay's production company and everything like that. It has no affiliations with Greg Berlanti. So whether this is set in the Arrowverse or not is a big question mark. I think that's something that's going to be discussed as this show gets closer and closer. But it needs to be said that the show is multiverse based, which gets thrown into when we get into the description of the show. So the show follows a teen girl's journey from her small northwestern town to the heights of the multiverse. When a supernatural event shakes her hometown to the core, Naomi sets out to uncover its origins, and what she discovers will challenge everything we believe about our heroes. So it is going to be interesting to see whether they completely adapt the comic. By that, it doesn't sound like it will, but I think they will go through the origins of Naomi herself, as well as what they want to do on the show as well. So it's going to be interesting to see whether it's actually in the Arrowverse, or it's her going through the multiverse or little stages of the multiverse, and maybe she meets, say, Superman from Earth Prime, or the Flash, or whoever it might be. That'll be interesting. But this could be maybe a show that really connects, different Earths, maybe the movie Earth, to other things like that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Now, casting for the show of Naomi has started recently. So we should get casting announcements very soon, and specifically for who will play Naomi McDuffie, or simply Naomi on the show. That's the casting description for the character of Naomi says they are looking for someone in the age range of 16 to 18. So we're not going to have like a 30-year-old playing a high schooler, which is very typical for TV. They're trying to keep it at like age accurate in regards to the casting, or at least by the sounds of it. So we'll probably hear about that over the next couple of weeks, if not or around a month or something like that, as they head towards the period where they'll film the pilot. Now, something that some of you guys might be thinking is, well, hold on, they announced two new DC shows in the works. One was Naomi, and the other was Wonder Girl. So what's going on with Wonder Girl? What about it? Now, that wasn't picked up here. However, according to Deadline, Wonder Girl is still in development by the CW or for the CW. Now, whether it's picked up or not comes down to if spin-offs from Black Lightning, All American, and Nancy Drew are picked up or not. Now, out of those three, you'd have to think at least one of them will. So at least one of those Black Lightning, All American, or Nancy Drew, backdoor pilots and shows will be picked up. I think a lot of people are betting on the Nancy Drew one to get picked up. Because it's the All American one's about like tennis, I think. We know Black Lightning's Painkiller, but it's just whether there's enough strength there. So I think they said Nancy Drew is the strongest candidate there, and the one that actually seems like it will be picked up. So I don't know, if Black Lightning's one, which is Painkiller, doesn't get picked up, you could argue that, well, Wonder Girl's a DC property as well. It could just slot in there and get picked up. Now, the other question is whether Wonder Girl could be saved for the following pilot season. So around this time next year, and then premiere in the 2022-2023 season. And I think that maybe that's just too long away. I think it's your best chance, or I think it's just the show's best chance at getting a life, is if none of those potential pilots for the spin-offs of Black Lightning, All American, and Nancy Drew are picked up. I don't know if it can just sit there for another year. I just don't know if that's a possibility. But then again, maybe it goes to HBO Max. I don't know. But speaking of HBO Max, something fairly big was sort of just like randomly named, like just randomly dropped in a Deadline article towards the end, as if it was nothing, but it's actually fairly big. And that's that the CW and HBO Max are discussing co-financing original series to premiere on HBO Max and then air free the next day on the CW. So it's very similar, if you need an example, to what they did with Stargirl in season 1, how it was on DC Universe, and then a day or two later it aired free on the CW. So it'd be like that, but for multiple shows. And summer shows are their first focus for the strategy. So there's shows that premiere in like May or June roughly, and then they play through summer in American time. Now, HBO Max is helping slightly with budget for new shows that have premiered since they started. So Superman and Lois is getting some of that. Naomi should presumably get some of that as well, but it's not huge help. I think maybe the Powerpuff Girls, maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but any show that really goes to HBO Max after it airs on the CW is getting some sort of financial help in some way. Now, the CW still funds the high majority of the budget, like a lot of it, like the vast majority. But this deal could mean that it would be almost like a 50-50 split, I guess, but between the CW and HBO Max, which would increase the budget quite a lot, especially for like a high interest show, like something based off DC Comics, heroes and characters and stuff like that. So that could be a big get if that deal does go through. But yeah, that's like a wait and see. As I said, it was like randomly dropped at the end of another article talking about like a Superman Lois rerun on another channel. And they just randomly dropped that. But it's worth discussing because it could be something that we see play out over the rest of this year. Maybe it gets announced for some other shows coming the middle of next year or something like that. So that'll be fairly interesting. Maybe Wonder Girl gets chucked in there. Who knows? But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. That's pretty much all to go over. If you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on what we went over. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.